Hello, am I audible to all? Good noon, everyone. Welcome to our second session of the day. For this session, we have the honor to have Dr. Chetan Patel, sir. Today's our topic of presentation is application of space technologies in urban planning. I welcome sir on behalf of Tapi Diploma Engineering College, Surat. Sir is currently working as an assistant professor in Civil Engineering Department, SVNIT Surat. Sir is having more than 8 years of teaching experience and also having the field experience of 2 years. Sir has completed his BE from Sardar Vallabhbhai Regional Engineering College, Surat, MTech. MTech in Planning and PhD from SVNIT Surat, Gujarat. Sir has awarded for many best paper publications and for thesis guidance. Sir is also researched for a various fields like urban planning, geospatial technology, urban transportation planning and housing, traffic flow modeling, climate change, and many more. Sir is affiliated with various well-known civil engineering organizations. Now I request to all the participants to keep your mic and camera off during the session. If you have any questions, then please type into the chat box. Now, without any further ado, I would like to give my warm welcome to Dr. Chetan Patel, sir. And sir, please continue the session. Thank you. Sir, please share your presentation. Sir, your voice is not audible. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now it's audible.
Yes, sir. Now it's audible.
Okay, fine.
Or PPT is also visible, sir.
Thank you for inviting me and for brief introduction of mine. Today's talk is on application of space technology in urban planning. Basically, when we see this phenomena of smart cities right now, okay, as our honorable Prime Minister has floated the concept of the smart city, where the basic things is that to have a something on the digital platform, so that how we can move ahead with that. And basically when we talk about the city planning and urban planning, then the space technology, that is very much useful. And if we see basic use, if we see the introduction part, then the basic use of this technology is to just to improve our decision making. Because in a city, so many people are there, different characteristics of the people are there, lots many infrastructures are there, so many areas are there, and everything is there. And being there with this complex system, we need to improve our decisions. Because suppose in a one area of a city, your requirement is a different, the same requirement is not can be and cannot be replicated to the other areas, and hence the task become more severe. So under such condition, if we are having such platform, such things that can be help the urban planner or the decision collector, municipal commissioner to take a decision on that, so that will be very much helpful. So this is space technology is basically used for the decision making support tool, and that can be used effectively to ensure planning and investment in the sustainable projects. Okay, this space technology, or we can widely known as a geospatial technology, many people are known as a geospatial technology. Now why I am using the word space technology? Because since last 6 years we entirely changed our concept of geospatial technology. Because in geospatial technology, if you see, these are the major three branches. One is the remote sensing, second one is the geographical information system, and third one is the global positioning system. These are the mainly three systems are there. Now, if we see in this remote sensing system, previously we were working on the satellite mode and something. Now we had entirely changed things. We moved to the drone. Second thing is that the space technology, we are getting in the remote sensing the static images. Suppose today we are getting the image of last week, okay, or as and when the satellite comes in your area, you will get that image only. But now we improved far better, and the many multinational companies, even the ISRO and other companies are working hard, and they derived with the dynamic images, dynamic satellite images. That means if you're moving in the car and how many passengers are sitting, if you want to count that, that also possible with the remote sensing. So that level of penetration we put in this remote sensing. So we change entirely the system, and hence the geospatial technology we are calling as is a space technology. Okay, space technology. So basically these three things are there: remote sensing, geographical information, global positioning system. And this GPS will definitely helpful in mapping coordination. We move, most of all of us are knowing that GPS is used for exact location identification. In most the app, when you are using the app, your location GPS if unable, then you are not able to navigate through any app. Or if you even you want to give the certain online ordering, then that won't be working. So these are the three basic things will be there. Now, what is a GIS? If we say, then that is started, if we see the history, then GIS is started with the concept of the map. Okay, cartography, basically it is a cartographical techniques. It is a just somebody are doing in AutoCAD, and AutoCAD different parts of the figure will be hatched or colorful, and it will be presented to you that look like a GIS application. Okay, so simple, it is a map making science, but here we are adding the art and science both in this GIS, that it will be putting certain calculation, certain logic, certain algorithm that will help us to say a certain things. So that is the difference between the map and GIS. Ordinarily it can be used for that purpose also. Okay, so my lecture is in two parts, basically space technology. First we will discuss the GIS, and then there will be applications are there in GIS, so many applications. So I will focus one or two application. Then I will focus on the remote sensing, what is the basics of remote sensing, and then I will be focusing on the application of the remote sensing. And the lastly, the combination of these two, application of remote sensing and GIS both together. Okay, how it can be there. So that I will focus. But one thing I tell you, that the fundamentals of this geospatial technology will be taken care by the Dr. PG Agnihotri in next class. Means tomorrow might be he is having class, so he will be taking that part. I am giving just overview and what is the application of that I will be focusing on to you. So that is what we will focus on, these map kind of things. And map, as I told you, if you prepare a map or the drawing in AutoCAD, you hatch the different part of the AutoCAD drawing and you will present. There won't be a much difference between the GIS and the AutoCAD drawing. But where the difference lies, as I told you, that is a some algorithm will be there, some logics are there, and that algorithm and logic systems are kept in an information system, and that will be giving you the GIS. Okay, so there will be an information system, either spatial or non-spatial technology. Okay, so when we are dealing with the spatial technology, then it will become a geographical information system, and when you are not dealing with that, it will be something else. That may be a map or something else. Okay, so that will be there. If we define a GIS, there will be so many definitions. We are not going in much detail. We will be just focusing on the application. So my point is there, it is a methodology to capture, storing, retrieving, analyzing, and displaying the spatially referenced database, basically. Okay. What is the purpose of the GIS? Just to display by putting the all analysis part, by conducting the data, by retrieving the missing data, by conducting the data analysis, you will be getting certain display. Okay, and that display will helpful in understanding the things. Suppose, for example, if you want to understand this definition in a clear way, then it is a simple thing is that when some people, or if you are visiting some unknown place, okay, suppose you are visiting some unknown city for attending your friend's marriage or your cousin's marriage or something, some purpose, and the marriage or the event is at late night and you reach at the morning, so what to plan next? Okay, so the system, if such system will be there, you will be just finding out the ways that from morning 9 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. I am having time. Where should I spend? And the options you will be giving, like eating food at lunch, or I will take a lunch, then I will be going for some shopping, one or two monuments visit, or the places of interest, or the movies. You will be giving options. Then they will be finding out the softwares itself. GIS software will itself show you the options. See, this is the kind of restaurant where you can take a lunch. This is the cost of that particular per dish per person. This is the cinema halls, and these are the shows running by that time. These are the places of interest which you can finish within your time limit. And this is the mall nearby your cinema house where you can make a window shopping or one shot of the shopping over there. And it will be giving you all this thing in synchronized time to time set. 9 o'clock you will be leaving hotels, 9:30 you are reaching to the cinema halls, 9:30 to 12:30 you will be watching the movies, 12:30 to 1:30 you are taking the lunch, 1:30 to 2:03 you are going for the shopping next door mall, then 3 to 5 you are visiting monuments, and 5 onwards you will be moving forward for your venue. Okay, so this way it will be giving with the pictorial concept, and that way, so that will be better understanding by the people. Okay, and it will be good to have the decisions, and such kind of 3 or 4 alternatives will be there. Such kind of 3 or 4 alternatives will be there. So out of that you will be choosing. So how simple it is. Okay, if these systems could be there, then it will be best one. Okay, and you can have that clear understanding. So this is the short definition of the GIS. There are the many people. This is, you can see, Star and Eddies, Esri, Clark, Cholere. So many people has given these definitions of the GIS based on their uses, based on their applicability in the GIS. Okay, so there are so much definition, but fundamentally only one thing is there. It is a basically data management tool where you can put all the data inside, you can mix it up, you can do the things, and finally you can come out with the certain visually interpretative structures, and that will be a GIS. Okay, basically if you short term, GIS means G for geographical, I for information, and S for system. So as I told you that all things will be related, and that is the you are seeing the synchronized way, and that is related to the earth surface. Mall kahan pe hai? Earth pe hai. Hotels on the land, everything is there. So the connectivity will be shown with reference to earth, latitude, longitude. So geography means related to the earth, where you will be understood the location is important. Okay, location is important. Geography, G for GIS का जो G है उसमें location is important. Suppose it is like just like a snake and ladder game. If you are reached at 83, then you may come down. And now, if you are at 4, then you may come up again, and you may reach at 69 or 59. Okay, so it is a location. So we are having experience also. Many times there was a mimic before 1 or 2 years that one car is stuck up in one narrow street because it is following Google. Okay, such kind of advertisement or such type of mimics might be you had gone through or you had seen in WhatsApp and FB. That small big car is stuck up in the, because it is showing the path and where the location is important. So it is not following the complete location. And Google has improved that, because Google has never thought of this kind of narrow street where car can move. So now Google has amended that thing. In a map navigation features, they added bike also. So when you are navigating with the car, you have to select the car option. When you are navigating with the bike, that you have to select the bike option. So accordingly, they will be showing you the routes. This is what the need of an hour. And based on that, they modified their navigation tool. You can see, okay, car hai abhi car bhi aa gaya aur bike bhi aa gaya, dono aa gaya, because they experience in India that if we not improve, then Indian market we won't be catching it. Very less we will receive. So that is there. Information. Next I is the information. What is the information basically? Whatever the things we are collecting is a data. See, this is the data only. The letters which is there, we collected this data. But what is the information? This data cannot give any information to you. Suppose second spelling is there, which is there, God or dog? Cat or cat? Which one is that? Until unless you will not process the data need to be processed. Okay, and that data is, once it is processed, then you will be getting the information. When you are processing the data, you will be getting the information, and that is a geographical information. Means whatever the things are related to the earth, you are collecting the data, you are processing the data, and you are converting into the information, and that information will be there. Now information only not matters which type of information. It is a visual information. Dog, which type of dog? Big dog or small dog? Pomeranian dog or bulldog? Cat, black cat, white cat, which cat? Apple, red apple, green apple, Kashmiri apple, Washington apple, which apple? So if this information is visually presented along with visuals, so you will be clear, yes, this is a red apple, yes, this is Pomeranian dog, yes, this is a black cat or brown cat. You will be having the clear-cut understanding. By just seeing the picture, you can recognize the thing. Okay, correct. So the information, whatever the data you are having, that data will be collected and processed, and that processed data will be presented in the visual form, in a pictorial form. Then it will be a base to help in decision making. Because commissioner, collector, the other people, they don't know ABCD of this system, but once it is analyzed and it will be presented to them, it will be, say, good one. Okay, so they can immediately take decision because they have power. Okay, they have vision, they have ability to take decisions, but they do not have a multiple analysis. They do not have a scenarios on which they can generate a decision. Okay, so that is it. And system means all the things, whatever the hardware, softwares, data, people, methods, algorithm, you would, whatever the things you are putting into the box and you are doing for the analysis or for collection, and that is what the system, and that is a geographical information system, GIS. And these are the different types of GIS: desktop GIS, professional GIS, enterprise GIS, mobile GIS, internet GIS, amended GIS, 4D GIS, multimedia GIS. These are the various GIS. This technology supports the GIS, remote sensing, photogrammetry, cartography, positioning technology, geodesy, geo-ICT. These are the different technology that will be helping to us in the sense of support the GIS. And these are the different name of the GIS: geographical information system, geographical information science, geoinformatics, geomatics, spatial information system, geospatial text system, geospatial information engineering, land information system, so many. Okay, so the name is there because everything is changed. Somebody want new name, then they will be generating a new one based on their requirement or based on the concept. Okay, so these are the things. So these are the name of the but this is not GIS. GPS. People are some students are making confusion that remote sensing sir, remote sensing GIS hai aisa. They are thinking, but they are not GIS. Remote sensing is a different GIS software. Even it is not GIS. A map is not GIS. GPS is not GIS. Yes, the systems are helpful in managing the GIS. GIS is completely database management system which handles purely all types of data. Now, how much level of analysis? There are the so many scripts and everything will be there. Now, what level of analysis you are doing, it's up to you. Now, what is the use of GIS basically? Before taking to the application, I want to focus that what are the application of the GIS. So first is that GIS to use to identification of the object. Okay, if you want to find out direction that from X to Y, okay, X to Y, if you want to move, then where it is. So certain times, if you are not finding out certain location, okay, suppose some society or certain apartment is not traceable, so you are writing in the Google and you are finding out. So that is the use of the GIS, because all database is fitted in GIS. Now you search whatever you want to search. Locate, okay, what is there? That answer will be given by the GIS. So if you click on the object, it will show you that this is cemetery, this is a temple, this is a mosque, this is the recreation stadium, this is the hospital, this is this. So everything they are giving. So what type of things, petrol pump, क्या है वहाँ पे, वो आपको बताएगा. So by just seeing the map, now you can see, I told you now, the dynamic mapping has generated, and even the Google has passes. If you visit the Google Pro or Google Earth Pro, if you visit that, then you can also navigate the streets. Suppose Bombay, Delhi, you put the human sculpture over there, then you can see the entire street sitting in this office. Okay, you can see Toronto, you can see US, Washington, you can see London even. So sitting in this office, you can see that what is there in London. Okay, the optimal path, base route, most of the people we are using, है ना, map navigation system. In that we are always doing the things. Pattern recognition, this is the best way that is there, that we can have that pattern recognition. So suppose there will be a crop pattern is there. Suppose one area is there, one region is there, South Gujarat region, and if you model this entire system, then you will be saying that which type of crop is patterned in the next land, so that you can predict that things. Because there will be a paddy field will be there, there may be a wheat field will be there, there may be a sugarcane field will be there. So which field is nearer to there, so that can be immediately predicted with the help of GIS. Then trend, you can see the trend change. Suppose city, in which direction city will move, if you want to predict, GIS will help you that which direction city will move. Okay, so that where the people will settling down, and in next 10 years what is the shape of the city, that can be predicted with the help of this. And finally you can predict future also, after 2035 or after 2040 what will be the scenario, how many people will stay in which area, what is the requirement, demand supply modeling, everything you can do with the help of GIS. Okay, this is historical background. I will not touch because this is mostly done by the next speaker. That is what we can say, PG Ognitri sir will discuss. Uh, this is the majorly GIS having the lots of scope. Definitely, I will tell you, GIS is having the major scope in India, because this is the Department of Science, ISRO, NRDM, SDST, Department of Science and Technology, NIC, National Informatics Science Center, this all TCPO, Town and Country Planning Organization, these all are using that. And you can see the big company, Reliance, even now putting their nose into this GIS, Reliance, Satyam, okay, Bentley, many Tata, TCS also now put it their thing. So many big tycoons are also doing the GIS. So lots of opportunities are there. This is 1,780 crores of market is there. Okay, and 85% of revenue will be generated by only 20 companies. Okay, so many scope is there. There is a future requirement also there, so huge scope is there. You can do whatever things you can do. These are the requirement in the GIS. You require one computer system softwares. There is a proprietary software is available, free of softwares are also available, scanner, digitizers, plotters, trained professionals, and that costing based on the requirement 3 lakh to 1 crore rupees. Okay, so this is the costing of the GIS development. These are some softwares, that is a free softwares are also there. ArcGIS, LVS, ADAS, AR Mapper, GeoMedia, GRASS, GTM Mappers. These are the many things are there. So I will be focusing on this because fundamentals we are not doing this. This is one application I will show you of the GIS. First, I will show you the application of GIS, where we did a study that where the hospitals are required. Okay, so these are the database are there: social demographical data, development plan, city plan, road networks, maps. So many data are required. As I told you, this is a basically data management tool. Okay, so many data are required, and that is a these are the number of data that we required. So this data we created a layers, because in GIS we have to create the different layers, है ना. जैसे आप कपबोर्ड खोलते हो तो कपबोर्ड में आपका शर्ट अलग होता है, पैंट अलग होता है, सलवार कमीज अलग होता है, कुर्ता अलग होता है. तो सब चीजें सिंक्रोनाइज वे में होती है और एक स्टैक में रखी होती है और वेल अरेंज्ड होती है, क्लासिफाइड होती है. सो दैट विल बी बेटर टू टेक आउट एनीवन बेस्ड ऑन योर चॉइस, है ना. सो दिस डेटा ऑफ सेम कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स और सेम बिलोंगिंगनेस विल बी केप्ट इन वन लेयर. Okay, so that will be a layer wise structures will be there. That will be a demographic data, the road network data, this education facilities and healthcare facilities. So we did these two things, that is how many schools are required and how many hospitals are additionally required in Surat city. That was there our aim. So in that, the name of the hospital, location of the hospital, capacity of the hospital were collected. I will be focusing on the health infrastructure of the Surat city and requirement of the future hospitals. Okay, in COVID situation, you had seen that now it is becoming so severe that everything is required. So this is a database of the government hospital, private hospital, charitable hospital, hospital run by SMCs, that is a health center, and that all the things with the number of beds, how many beds are there and what are the total numbers are there. So this is the mapping of all these. If I show you the list, it will be difficult, but if pictorial view is there, it will be more. This is the information. All the data is collected and converted into the information, and it is presented in a pictorial view. So you can see how this look like. Okay, so this will show you. If I give you the list, then it is difficult to understand where the requirement of the hospital is there or where there is no hospital. Okay, by looking the list, but it will be better to see the visual part. So this is the part where you not required the hospital. You require a hospital because this is no one here. Also nothing is there, so that you can have this. This is the what further database is there, that we collected the data of capacity, location, different types of the hospitals and that, and we put along with the population, because the number of hospital directly related to the population. So that we kept and we combined that two, and that is a check the equitable distance of the healthcare facility, because one criteria is there to choose your hospital. First things you are seeing that which is a good hospital or reputed hospital. Then second choice is the which is near. Suppose you are having two hospital, X and Y, both are very good. Okay, then in which hospital you will rush, which is a near. In emergency cases way, if you are normal things are there and if only normal checking is there and some no major issues are there, then you may have expert opinion, so you may choose, you may travel 15 kilometer, 20 kilometer, but in emergency case you are not allowed or you are not trying to move beyond 10 kilometer, 5 kilometer, you are searching within a kilometer. Okay, so the distance is the major criteria along with the population. If more population is there, then you require more number of hospital within a certain distances. Okay, so that this is the population prediction and forecasting. See, 2051 we predicted the population. Okay, this is the density. Population is represented in density because numbers sometimes misleading. Okay, एक जगह है जहां पे 1000 पॉपुलेशन रह रहे हैं और दूसरा जगह उसमें भी 1000 रह रहा है, पर उसका एरिया 5 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर है और दूसरे का एरिया 1 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर है. सो दैट इज समटाइम मिसलीडिंग, है ना. सो पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी इज मोर appropriate to represent the all the data that we kept and we checked the location. हॉस्पिटल की लोकेशन से डिफरेंट रेडियस लिया, डिफरेंट ट्रैवल डिस्टेंस लिया, 1 किलोमीटर, 2 किलोमीटर, 2.5 किलोमीटर. Then what is the catchment area? Okay, this is the different things. This is also 2 kilometer. Okay, so this is the what from every hospitals, if 2 kilometer travel distance we mark, these are the places of served, है ना. जितने भी ब्लू हैं, है ना, ब्लू के शेड में जितने भी है, दैट इज सर्व्ड. वहां पे आपको सर्विस मिल जाएगी विद इन 2 किलोमीटर है. बियॉन्ड दैट no hospitals are there, so we have to take care that are we able to put this hospital in this different ways. This is the healthcare facilities. Small urban health center will be there, so this is the catchment area of the urban health center. Okay, then we develop a models with the population, with the distance and everything, and we found out where the additional hospitals and that is required. So this will show the additional requirement of the hospitals or the healthcare facilities based on the population and based on the travel distance. So this is the need at present, that this is the things that we require hospital in this area. So the municipal commissioner or the any decision makers can immediately decide, because it is a based on the certain analysis, population, travel distance. You can add more functions also, which type of disease, age, everything you can add, number of hospitals available in that beds, number of beds also you can add, and that way you can carry forward the things. Okay, so this is there. And finally, the model is giving the location. We provided the open plot also in background. Okay, क्योंकि वो जहां पे जगह देगा वहां पे प्लॉट ही नहीं है तो कैसे बनाएंगे आप. So third criteria also we kept that open plot is also kept in one layer, so it will show you the location, and then that location was checked physically also on ground, and we found there is a space over there. Okay, so that is there. So this is the application of GIS, purely GIS. It has nothing to do with the any satellite images. Okay, this is purely GIS based application, where only data is collected, it is fitted in Excel file, it is formatted, it is make analysis, it is joined and related in the software, and it is presented. And the model is prepared and it is predicted for 2051 and so many years. Okay. The remote sensing. Next concept is the remote sensing. So almost all remote sensing is basically it remotely sensed data. So our eye is the best example of that. That it is a sensing. वो आई किसी को टच नहीं करता है देखने के लिए, है ना. पानी गर्म है कि ठंडा है वो देखने के लिए आप फिंगर उसमें डालोगे तो पता चलेगा, बट आंख किसी को देखना है तो उसको टच करोगे क्या आंख को? नहीं, that is not possible. Okay, so that concept was generated through remote sensing. Okay, that remotely sensing the things, that is a remote sensing. Okay. So that is basically used in US naval researchers had used the satellite which is flying, and from that they kept that things. Okay, so this is there. The fundamental will be covered by the what we can say Agnit research. I'm not going much in detail. So this is the remote sensing. Now we changed the entire thing. We also moved in a drone also. Previously it was a satellite base, or it is a ground base, or it is a aeroplane base. Okay, photogrammetry survey and all these things are there. Now we converted into the drone. Okay, because of the high costing, we converted into the drone. This is basics. We will discuss in your theories in the next later class. But basically my point is that you can see these things, that with the help of satellite images you can able to see the position in the earth, everything detailed out work. You can see car. Now the advanced system is came that even you can see the complete number of passengers seated in the car, that also you can visualize. Okay, so this is the things are there. Now I'll show you this application here. What we did, this is a purely remote sensing application. In that we mapped the urban heat island. Okay, the urban heat island we mapped. In that the city area is there, or the what we can say the urban area is there. In summer there will be heat, and that heat is generated and it will be remain within the city, and your city become a hot. So which are the parameters responsible for capturing that heat? Since past 20 years you had faced this problem कि समर में आपको पूरा सफोकेशन होता है, गर्मी लगता है ना. पहले ऐसा नहीं हो रहा था. Now it is happening. So why this was happening? Climate change बोल रहे लोग, पर climate change में one factor is urbanization. तो उसमें क्या क्या factors की वजह से हो रहा है? So that is also there. So this is the theoretical part. I'm not going much in detail, but what we did as a use of remote sensing, that I will show you. So this is the concept of heat island. Urban area होता है, वहां पे ज्यादा heat रहती है. Okay, that will be heat is very high, and rural area में low होती है. So this is the concept of the heat island. Heat island बनाता है वो urban area. Okay, so that is the concept of this. We will show you. These are our theoretical part. We will not go much in detail. Okay. This is what the satellite images we took, and we put the all these data. This is satellite images. Based on the satellite images, we classified that images. Classify means कहाँ पे vegetation है, कहाँ पे water body है, where the built up is there and where the agricultural land is there. So that we classified using the image. Okay, so that is supervised classification is used. There is a two type of classification: supervised classification and unsupervised classification. Okay, so that we are used, and we train this module in a such a way that it will be correctly predicting all the things. Okay, so that classified map is generated of the land use कि कहाँ पे क्या है. ये जो रेड एरिया is showing you the built up, जहाँ पे मकान बने हुए हैं, अर्बन एरिया है. Green area is showing you the agricultural land or green space or garden and everything, and the blue space is showing you the water bodies and that, and the some purple color, parrot color is showing you the barren land or these flatted lands where the some kind of grass will be there. So this is the classification of the land, and then we also find out the heat map using the remote sensing. That is, there will be satellite images are there, and from the satellite images we have to take the thermal sensor वाला, जो thermal sensors enabled satellite images होता है, that we are collecting, and we are generating the heat map. So this is the heat map where you can see the red is having the hot and blue is having cold. Okay, so this will show you the map of the heat map and this map. Now where the problem lies, that we have to identify now. Okay, so this is what different analysis we do, and we taken some points and we found out that what is the effect. So you can see there will be agricultural land or river is there, or the water bodies are there. You won't get any kind of heat. That heat will be reduced within a certain period of time. Okay, so that analysis we got from this. Then different urban spaces we took. That is, if you see here, this area is urban area where you can see the maximum heat is there. So the built up area capture the heat and it will be keeping side. Okay, so this is the concept that we have. Second thing is that this garden space. Okay, garden space. If garden is there nearby your places, then it will be reducing the heat. But if garden is planted with the series of the trees, then your entire area can be reduced with the heat. So these are the analysis kind of things that we did with the help of remote sensing. Okay, they what similarly water space also, water body analysis began, and that we found that water body nearby this built up area also helpful in reducing the heat. Okay, so these are the different analysis using the GIS, and we give the recommendation of that also. Clear? So this is the application of remote sensing and GIS. Now, if you want to combine these two, if you want to combine this both the one, then how that can be helpful? Okay, you want to have the GIS also, and you want to have the remote sensing also. So this is what we did, infrastructure development for the Surat city, where we proposed these projects, and this is a sponsored project, consultancy project from the SMC, Surat Urban Development Authority, SUDA. So in that, the problem is that Surat is expanding. Okay, now Surat is expanding and they require lots of infrastructure, but budget is limited. So which infrastructure taken care first, which infrastructure can need to be taken care at the second phase, and which infrastructure need to be taken care at third phase. So the prioritization of implementation of the infrastructure that is required, that is done with the help of GIS and remote sensing. By the help of remote sensing, you can see these are all the data and scope of the work. You can see these satellite images of the particular area, that is a Surat area, where we can see this is the satellite images of 1991, 2001, 2011, 2014, and these are the different marking. This is with the help of GIS. Remote sensing से हमने satellite images कर रही है, and then we mark these all things in a GIS. That is a railways, roadway networks, economic establishments, the transit hubs, urban centers, water bodies, everything we had. Also, we mapped from these remote sensing images, we collected and we processed and we analyzed different land use, open land, barren land, water bodies, agriculture field, everything we extracted and we mapped that. So this is the urban characteristics where rural characteristics is where everything we mapped. Okay, and this is the different years also how this change has happened. Suppose this is 1991, you can see very limited in red area is there. Red area means built up, very limited built up is there. If you see, then subsequently if you see 2005, 2011 and 2014, you can see larger amount is converted from the rural to the urban area. Lots of buildings came out. Okay, so you can see. So this can be predicted from the satellite images. Okay, now all the data we are having, that is economic establishment, railway line, everything we are putting, population and everything we are putting into the data, then we can see the entire structure. Now our objective is that where to prioritize infrastructure. If Surat city in 2050 will increase from X to Y, okay, so how you can provide this infrastructure, where you want to provide. So for that now we move to GIS. ये remote sensing आ गया यहाँ तक, land use predict कर दिया, everything कर दिया, then this with GIS आता है. Now to prioritize we are use AHP method, analytical hierarchical process. In that what will be there, different criterias we are having. Okay, I'm not going in detail because limitation of the time. These are the different criterias are there, and that criteria we will check that suppose environment, distance to stream, who are ready to stay near to the river, very less people, so it is not preferable area. वाटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट के नजदीक चलेगा, किसी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा, पर सुएज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट के नजदीक कौन रहेगा, कोई नहीं रहेगा. इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया के पास कौन रहेगा, कोई नहीं रहेगा, लेबर क्लास ही रहेगा, एलआईजी पीपल ही रहेगा. तो ऐसे जितने भी पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव थिंग्स हैं where people can stay and people cannot stay, that points, that data we collected, and that data we collected and we prioritized and we kept the analysis based on the population. वो मॉडल पूरा बनाया. This is the model snapshot, and this is a model that where we can keep all these criteria, all the data, and from that we collected and we processed these data, and finally we got this maps in GIS where you can see the distance to commercial area is highly preferable, distance to education center highly preferable, distance to residential area highly preferable, the growth zone ke paas highly preferable. So these all maps we generated and we completely combined all these maps and kept the suitability analysis, weighted sum किया and उसका model बनाया, and then we find out the suitability analysis, which is the land suitable for residential purpose till 2031. So this is the map it will show you. अभी आपको ऐसे पूछ लेगा कोई सूरत में कि भाई सूरत में कौन सा जगह it is better to stay, so you won't be able to answer, but these are the different criteria will be presented by the GIS. It will show yes, this area is highly preferable by the people, Kamraj area in Surat. Okay, such a way, moderately suitable, very suitable, everything we created, and based on that we finally come up with the clusters. These are the different clusters. Okay, so this is first cluster is highly preferable where you can start development. See, second cluster is here, not next to that. You can see, आपको क्या लगेगा ये साइड का क्लस्टर है या ये साइड का क्लस्टर उसके बाद डेवलप होगा, पर नहीं, वहां पे एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड ऐसा है, यहाँ पे रिक्वायरमेंट ऐसा है, वहां पे कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऐसा है, वो 9th नंबर पे डेवलप होगा, उसके ऊपर का 8th नंबर में डेवलप होगा. यू कैन सी सेकंड नंबर यहाँ पे डेवलप होगा, थर्ड नंबर उसके बाजू में होगा, फोर्थ नंबर सीधा नीचे जाएगा, फिफ्थ एंड सिक्स सामने जाएगा, 7th and 8th and 9 ऐसे घूमेगा, एंड 10th is last one. So these are the different clusters we created based on that analysis. अभी उसमें दो जो भी देना है आपको, फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी कहाँ पे देना है, सेकंड प्रायोरिटी, अभी आपका जितना बजट है उसके हिसाब से बनाओ. ओके, so this is what we did for water park also. There is a water sensitive area there, so water supply network कैसे डिजाइन होता है वो भी पूरा एनालिसिस करके दिया है. This is glimpses only. This I am showing you the only final outputs. Okay, everything we did. Okay, this is proposed ESR location, elevated storage reservoir, कहाँ कहाँ आएंगे, फेज 1 में कितना आएंगे, फेज 2 में कितना है, फेज, so आपके बजट के हिसाब से आप बना सकते हो भी. Okay, storm water drainage network, everything cluster wise we devise and we finalize this all these things. Different cluster, different requirement. Okay, wastewater treatment, silica, solid waste reuse, everything we created and we modeled and we planned. Even road network, where the road network is required, this is a combination effect of the GIS and remote sensing. Where the remote sensing images will be carried out, all the database is fitted in the GIS, and that was processed. Okay, so this is the all the database, and this is the final outcome of these things. So this is the concept where we can move that GIS and remote sensing combinedly with the help of multidisciplinary techniques, MCDM, multi-criteria decision techniques, or multi-attribute decision making theories you can use, and you can combine and you can predict, or you can present to the decision makers so they can take easily decisions. Okay, so this is the application of the space technology in urban planning. This is from my side. Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is I'm done. If you have any questions or queries from the audience.
Yes, sir.
A request to all the participants, if you have any question, please write in the chat box so that we can ask to the respected sir. Okay.
See, there will be two things. Will be the one is a GIS, completely different thing. One is a remote sensing, is a completely different thing. And the combination of these two, it's also miracle. That is a big thing is there. Okay, so these two basically, and anyhow GPS is required, because all the locations is latitude, longitude, everything is not georeference. Then आप सूरत का एनालिसिस करोगे और पहुंच जाओगे बॉम्बे. So the GPS is anyhow going to be utilized. So this is the things that space technology you can utilize for any projects, any kind of projects. Your basics needs to be clear. And tomorrow there will be PG Agnit research classes there. So he will give you the understanding, clear understanding how the GIS can be worked out and how the remote sensing can be worked out. I had shown you the application, purely application part. What are the questions? Can QGIS? Yes, QGIS is open source. You can use better way. That is so many softwares are there. This is the ArcGIS we use because we are familiar with that, and lots many modules we purchased that. Some of the financing self-financing institute may not go for that, so you can go QGIS. It is good. No issue in that. Okay. What is the next question? Did anybody made? Anybody made attempt to zone the soils from bearing capacity? Yeah, that is also done many times. This based on the capacity of the soil and that presented, they really made Recron softwares are also prepared. So you can directly get the idea that where 10-story building will come or 15-story building will come. So that is also already did many times. Then are the function of the both same? Are function of both same means the function of the Swarup style, function of the GIS and remote sensing both? You are talking in that sense? See, yes, a QGIS, yeah, that is QGIS, and yeah, that is all are same. Nothing is the system, only the user interference is a different, because as you see in Excel and Word, how it is slightly difference will be there. Okay, like that the user interference modules will be a slightly change, but methodology to do the things the system, everything will be same. Only the means we can say it is not much user friendly QGIS. You have to work hard because it is free of cost. So developers are not having that much of fund to generate that user friendly kind of things. Okay, but they are working well. Many of projects are there in QGIS also. It is done very well way. So they are there. No issue in that case. Anything else anybody want to ask? DSSAS means I'm not getting the DSAS. C morphology. I had not worked in C morphology, so sorry I cannot help in that because I not use C morphology kind of thing. Definitely. GIS at present we are working on the earth and we are making the research or the projects for the earth. So that is basically the earth only related to earth. The same thing can be used for the other planets if we are doing in that. So that earth Mercury name is there, then the MIS may be there. Okay, so Mercurography information system may be there. Okay, so but it will remain same. That will be remain same. Uh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I
Anything?
think there is no more question. Huh.
You are having my contact detail or number. You can, if anybody is stuck up, then you can please contact me. Sure. Also. Okay.
Yes, sir, sure, sure. Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful informative session. Really, sir, I thankful to you for giving us time for a particular FDP. Thank you, sir, for informative speech on application of space technologies in urban planning. Thank you, sir, and also thank to all the participants.
Thank you very much. Hope I
Thank
had
you, sir.
satisfied
Hello.
all the participants.
Yes,
Your
yes,
feedback
sure.
also matter me lot to improve my lectures also. So please ask participant and please send the feedback personally to me also and organizer so we can improve if anything is there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We
Thank you very
appreciate
much,
your
Pragya.
great efforts. We are grateful for your time and you took to share your thoughts and experience with us. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Pragya, for inviting me for the expert talk. Thank you very much. Hope I
Welcome, sir.
satisfied your requirement.
Thank you, sir. So dear participants, we did not share any attendance link yesterday. So don't worry for yesterday's attendance. We have taken only the screenshot of every sessions for the attendance. But now from today, we will share link for attendance in chat box only, not in WhatsApp group. So now all the participants can take a short break for 45 minutes. We have 45 minutes. We will meet up again at 3 p.m. for our last session of today. Thank you very much all.
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am, the attendance link you will be sharing after the last session?
No, yeah, we will share in third session today.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So we are going to end this meeting.